Well, it's finally official. They've found the lost footage for Dr. Death in Halloween 5.
Everybody's a suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Wolfman's got Nards!
2 years ago, back in 2019, it was reported, and I also reported it, that Halloween movies were on the hunt for the lost footage for Halloween 5 that features Dr. Death. Dr. Death is a character that only featured, or supposed to have featured, at the beginning of the movie. Instead of that little homeless man that we got in the theatrical version, we had this character called, well, we called Dr. Death, and he was similar to that guy, only he had what we assume to be the power of the Thorn curse, and he was supposed to open up the curse even more in Halloween 5. So if you think you had the Thorn curse a lot in the Curse of Michael Myers, we were supposed to get a lot more of it in Halloween 5. Although Halloween 5 turned out pretty bad, at least we didn't get too much of the Thorn cult. Now, with the introduction and the addition to this Thorn issue, it will be interesting to see, because Halloween 5 is already a bad movie. Personally, I don't think you can make the movie any worse. So if you do add in the lost footage, I don't know if it will make it any better, but surely it can't make it any worse. Now, this footage is going to be exclusive for the moment on the Scream Factory 4K release that's coming out in October. But the release that they found, or sorry, the footage that they found didn't come with no hiccups, because the guy who's doing the footage, he said that he created what is a seamless opening for the movie, which is great. But his issue is, it didn't come with any audio whatsoever, so there's no speaking and no sound effects. So the sound effects that we hear, or that we will hear, are sound effects from his desk, and that's it. He did mention that he put in audio from people speaking, but he's not mentioned what that is. He said that we have to wait for the release, which is good. So yeah, we've got what he says to be a good opening to Halloween 5, one that will obviously replace the opening for the one that we got. There is a bit of a description for it, and I did mention it in the video a few years ago, that Michael Myers does the same thing. He escapes death, falls down the trap, and instead of the little homeless man, it is Dr. Death that's taking him in under his wing, and he keeps him for a year. He does his enchantments, or whatever you call them, to bring the power of the Thorn to Michael Myers. Not sure if the man knew who Michael Myers was, or if he was just going to take the first person that fell down that little shaft, but it took Michael Myers anyway, and after a year Michael Myers wakes up and he kills Dr. Death, and that's the end of it. So it's very similar to what we got, but only this time we've got the Thorn in it. So if you're a fan of the Thorn cult, which I'm not, then you might like it. The death scene in it as well for Dr. Death is apparently really horrific. He does kill Michael Myers. Michael Myers does kill Dr. Death, and he takes one of the, is it stalactites, or whatever you call them, from the cave, and he impales Dr. Death with it. Probably didn't deserve it, but who does? And that's it. So apart from that though, we do have a lot more death scenes, a lot more blood and gore, so they say. But I think out of all the 4K releases that everyone's picking up, Halloween 5 is probably the big one. Now, the biggest issue I have, well, it's not a massive issue because I don't like Halloween 5 anyway, but a big issue for Halloween 5 is, look what happened to Halloween 6, or Halloween, the Curse of Michael Myers. Everyone was screaming out for a producer's cut because they didn't really like the theatrical cut. They want a producer's cut. A director's cut came, they didn't really like the director's cut. They still wanted this producer's cut. So the producer's cut finally came out. I watched it and I didn't like it. I thought it was terrible. I don't like the Curse of Michael Myers that much. Some good qualities to it, but the good qualities they had, they completely stripped away in the producer's cut and made a terrible movie. That could happen for Halloween 5. Again, I don't like Halloween 5. Could they make it worse? I hope not, but with the introduction to more of the Thorn cult, then it could make it worse for me or anyone who doesn't like that Thorn aspect in the Halloween movies. But it will be interesting to watch, you know, I'm not going to deny that, and I have pre-ordered it as well, so I will watch it, I will review it, I'll do whatever I can to get it out there and tell you guys how much I hate it, or how much I like it. But at the end of the day, it's another scene from Halloween 5 or another scene from a Halloween movie that we've never saw until now, so it will be very interesting to see. Are any of you guys a fan of Halloween 5 as it is? And are you looking forward to seeing Dr. Death finally on Blu-ray or 4K? I can't remember if it's going to be Blu-ray and or 4K on the Dr. Death scene. Might as well make it 4K surely. But anyway guys, leave your comments down below, let me know what you think, and as always, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.